Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got something absolutely incredibly fun lined up for you. We are unpacking a brilliant, totally modernized twist on a classic story that I guarantee you thought you knew inside and out. We're looking at this amazing, kawaii-inspired, high-tech reimagining of Little Red Riding Hood. But forget literally everything you remember from your old childhood storybooks. In this version, we are trading the dark, scary woods for smart homes, and we're swapping out the big bad predator for, well, an aspiring pastry chef. It's a fantastic look at how we can update classic narratives for the modern era, and I am so excited to dive into this story with you today.
So, right off the bat, picture this. What if the big bad wolf didn't actually want to eat Little Red, but just really wanted her muffin recipe? That is the core hook of our story today, and it completely flips the script on what we expect. By changing the villain's motivation from, primal hunger to culinary curiosity, the entire trajectory of the fairy tale shifts. It goes from a thriller straight into this delightful, incredibly theatrical comedy. Let's see exactly how this plays out.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, Tech Girl Little Red.
So forget your great-great-grandmother's Little Red Riding Hood. The contrast here is just so much fun. Think about the classic Little Red for a second, walking on foot, carrying that woven basket, probably wearing super uncomfortable shoes. Now let me introduce you to our modernized protagonist, Ruby. Ruby absolutely does not do baskets. She rocks the sleek, high-tech backpack. She's gliding through the forest on an electric scooter, and she's got these awesome voice-controlled headphones over her signature bright red windbreaker. Instead of skipping along whistling a little tune, her journey literally starts with a crisp, GPS-activated. It's such a fun visual update that instantly makes her relatable to us today.
And it's not just her gear. Ruby's actual quest has been updated too. It isn't just a simple delivery run anymore. Ruby is carrying a batch of her mom's Special Blueberry Muffins. And, specifically, these are low-sugar, high-fiber muffins, because Grandma's totally obsessed with healthy baking. But here's the real modern twist. Ruby also has to fix Grandma's broken Wi-Fi connection and troubleshoot her glitchy smart oven. I mean, we can all relate to that, right? Being the designated family IT support. This brilliant setup grounds the whole fairy tale in our everyday reality while perfectly setting the stage for the story's big culinary focus.
Moving right along to Section 2, Gourmet in the Forest.
As Ruby zooms along the forest path on her scooter, a wolf suddenly hops out of the bushes. But brace yourself, because this is the biggest twist of all. He isn't baring sharp teeth or growling at her. No, he is wearing a dashing red bow tie and holding a little notebook. Wolfgang introduces himself not as a big bad wolf, but as the forest's finest food critic. Just the visual alone, a wild predator taking notes instead of stalking prey, is absolutely hilarious and completely flips his character on its head.
Wolfgang stops Ruby and, with total confidence, declares, "I smell a complex blueberry aroma with a hint of cinnamon?" He doesn't want to eat Ruby at all. His highly refined palate has simply detected her mom's healthy baking. And Ruby, she's totally unfazed on her scooter and just casually compliments his good nose. It's this wonderful, quirky little interaction where a shared appreciation for food completely diffuses what is traditionally a scene of absolute terror.
Now, to be fair, Wolfgang is actively fighting his own nature here. He does actually start to drool a little bit over the thought of those muffins. I mean, he is still a wolf, after all. But instead of lunging, he pulls out a handkerchief and delicately, politely wipes the drool away. He's just so utterly exhausted from his wild lifestyle, He's tired of eating tree bark and sour apples every single day. He wants elevated cuisine. The guy just wants to bake.
And this leads us to Wolfgang's grand master plan. He actually uses the classic fairy tale deception, but for a completely innocent reason. Step 1, trick Ruby into taking the scenic route to look at some butterflies. Step 2, sprint like crazy down the forest shortcut. Step 3, arrive at Grandma's house first. But remember, his goal isn't some violent ambush. He literally just wants to get his paws on that muffin recipe before Ruby gets there.
Which brings us to Section 3, Grandma's Heavy Metal Kitchen.
When Wolfgang rushes up to the cottage, he definitely doesn't find a frail woman hiding under the covers. Nope. Inside, Grandma is wearing headphones, blasting heavy metal music, and intensely doing aerobics. When Wolfgang knocks, she doesn't even pause. She assumes it's just a delivery guy and casually yells out, "The door's unlocked, come on in." She is super high energy, completely unbothered, and absolutely not victim material.
So Wolfgang bursts through the door, and instead of a terrifying roar, he delivers this incredibly dramatic, passionate plea. He yells, "Grandma, please teach me how to bake. I'm tired of being just a scary wolf." It is such a heartfelt moment. He's literally asking for a career change, a major life pivot from forest predator to pastry chef. And Grandma? She doesn't even flinch. She just adjusts her glasses and gets right down to business.
She agrees to teach him, but oh man, he has to earn it. She puts him through this rigorous tech and cooking boot camp. First up, he has to fix that stubborn smart oven, which is a fantastic real-world test of modern troubleshooting. Then they get into the actual culinary science, because baking isn't just throwing things in a bowl, it's literal chemistry. Grandma makes Wolfgang master the physical art of whisking cream by paw, making sure he incorporates the perfect amount of air to get those stiff peaks. She teaches him the crucial science of precise temperature control, because as any baker knows, a fluctuation of even a few degrees can completely ruin a cake's rise. And finally, she teaches him the delicate art of food plating. She is practically turning this wild animal into a Michelin star-level culinary artist.
And that leads us to our final part, Section 4, Friendship via Tech and Food. Okay, so Ruby finally arrives at the cottage, fully bracing herself to walk into a complete horror scene. She pushes the door open, ready for the absolute worst. But instead, she finds this scene of pure, wholesome domesticity. Wolfgang the wolf is wearing a floral apron, happily whisking cream in the kitchen, while Grandma stands right beside him, coaching him on his technique. Ruby is, understandably, completely and utterly stunned. And then we get the big reveal of the whole story. Wolfgang turns to Ruby looking absolutely thrilled and announces their brand new collaborative project. It turns out, because of Wolfgang's newly discovered talent for food plating and Grandma's masterful baking skills, they are launching a YouTube channel together. It's called The Wolf and Grandma's Forest Kitchen. Just like that, they've transformed from potential enemies into the ultimate content creator duo. It is a real game changer.
So what should we really take away from this brilliant reimagining? Well, this story beautifully shows us that technology and culinary arts can actually act as universal languages, creating the most unlikely cross-species friendships imaginable. On the tech side, the gadgets, the Wi-Fi troubleshooting, and the YouTube platform provide this amazing modern space for connection. And on the culinary side, their shared appreciation for low-sugar baking, the complex chemistry of temperature control, and the cozy ritual of afternoon tea create this perfect common ground. Ruby brings the tech expertise, Wolfgang brings the culinary passion, and Grandma essentially bridges both worlds. They completely replace traditional fairy tale fear with shared, joyful hobbies. Now, every single time Ruby visits, she brings the latest gadgets, and Wolfgang has a gourmet afternoon tea waiting just for her.
It is just such a wonderful lesson in finding common ground in the absolute most unexpected places. Which leaves me with one final fun thought for all of you today. If you were to start a YouTube channel with a wild animal, what would you cook together? Let that spark your imagination a bit as you go about your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope you enjoyed this delicious, high-tech twist on a classic tale.